I apologize for that, everyone. We did have a disconnection issue, but we're back up here. Hopefully we won't have another disconnection issue until I'm done my live stream, so don't forget to keep staying tuned. We should hopefully be able to bring you all the live updates from over the past couple of little while, so don't forget to stay tuned as we continue to update this live stream and continue to bring you the latest on who signed where over the past little while. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. So some interesting things over the past little while. So we could have some interesting updates here over the next couple of over the next hours. So we shall see what else happens over the next little bit. So interesting to see there, but we should have some hopefully not connection issues anymore. But like I said, I'm probably going to be here for the next 15-20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes, and then I'll do a quick recap and then it'll go away. So we'll see what else happens over the next 20-25 minutes. I should probably do this around 11:30 at this point, and then after that I'll sign off, and if anything else major happens I'll probably do a video later today. If anything not major happens, I'll just put it in tomorrow's video with all the videos, all the signings and stuff that happen tomorrow. So we shall see what happens there, but some interesting things over the next little while. So we do have a couple of signings that we had after the connection issue. Ryan Shea has signed a 1-year extension with $375,000 in Pittsburgh, so it's a pretty good pickup there for the Penguins. The Dallas Stars have extended Ilya Lyubushkin 2-year deal, $3.25 million AAV, so it's a decent sign there for the Stars. Then the New York Islanders contract has been official. They are bringing in Anthony Duclair, 4 years at $3.5 million. It's a pretty good sign there for the Islanders. And then Yoel Kiviranta signs a 1-year deal, league minimum, to remain in Colorado with the Avalanche team. So it's a pretty good pickup there for the Avalanche to keep Kiviranta. It was a good sign for Dallas to add some more depth to their defense. Pretty good solid sign there for the Penguins to get one of their prospect players back. And good to see that the Islanders wound up getting a solid top 6 forward in Duclair. So interesting stuff there. Going over to some signings. Let's see if there's any more signings from over the past little while. Nope. Let's go over and see if there's some more rumors from over the next little while. We still don't have the official updates on the Riley Smith trade, or we might actually in the not distant future. So hold on, I'll double check the Smith deal. So interesting, smooth things there. Frank Zarelli notes that the Knights are poking around Mitch Marner, and it seems like Vegas has interest in Mitch Marner, according to Frank Saravalli. So we shall see if Vegas tries to make a run at Mitch Marner. Maybe that happens a little bit later in the day. Maybe I can make a video on that. So we shall see what happens there. But it sounds like Vegas may try and go after Marner. So we'll see what else happens there. But some interesting things could be happening in the next couple of hours. Like I said, I'll be with you guys for next. Probably have 20-25-ish minutes. We'll see what happens. So interesting stuff over the next little while. So let's go and see if there's any more other things that seems to be happening. Sarah Valley saying that Vegas might be in on a team on a player like Marner isn't too surprising in my opinion. So interesting stuff there. Let's see what else we've got from over the past little while. It doesn't look like there's too much rumors at this point in time. I do wonder if we could see some more trades. Farabee's name's been out there. Laine's name's been out there. Natchez, Ehlers, McGrady. So I do wonder if we could see some trades later today. So we'll have to wait and see on exactly what happens. But some interesting things over the next little while. So we shall see what else happens there. Like we said, I'll probably be with you guys for the next 13 minutes to see if anything happens. And if nothing happens, we will do a quick recap and shut off for the day. So interesting things from the past little while. So we shall see what happens. We've had some major signings from over the past little while. 9 of my top 10 on my free agent list have been taken off the board. Only guy left is Jeff Skinner at 10th overall. So interesting stuff at 10th on my board. So interesting stuff so far, and we shall see if there's any more big moves that happen over the next little while. But definitely it sounds like some major things could still be happening over the next little while, and we still have some major pieces that could be traded and things like that. So we shall see what happens there. But some interesting things. So interesting at this point in time. We shall see what else transpires over the next little while. So we could see some more interesting movement over the next couple of minutes before I wind up signing off. So we shall see what else happens over the next little while. Let's see if there's been if the trade's been official. Not yet, but we should get some more announcements. It sounds like it's going to be a 2nd and 5th rounder going to Pittsburgh in exchange for Riley Smith. So that could be a fantastic pickup there for a team like the New York Rangers to add some more forward help. So interesting stuff there. Let's see. We do have some more interesting rumors that should be happening over the next little while, so we shall see what else happens. Let's see if there's any more signings. Let's see. Doesn't look like it at this point. No, maybe just a couple. Let's see. Let's see if there's any more that we didn't get around to. Just give me a minute here, guys. There's been a lot of signings today, so I have to try and figure out if I have all of them here. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Yeah, we did them. We did them. We did them and them and them. So yeah, it looks like we don't have too many signings here right now. We're probably going to have a couple more in the next few minutes. Still don't know word on the Sean Walker deal to Carolina. Still no word on a couple of other interesting pieces of moves that were apparently making some potential options here. So we shall see what else happens, but some interesting potentialities here over the next little while that we could see. It's getting pretty late here, so we shall see what else happens. It could be really interesting next little while, so we shall see what happens. I'm just going to do the recap here right now. We'll see if anything else happens, and then I'll shut off. So I'm only going to be with you guys for the next about maybe 10-15 minutes, and then I'll shut it off. So we shall see what else happens. Like I said, I might do a video later in the day if anything significant happens, but we shall see. So I'll just do a quick recap here of all the teams and what they've done so far today, and we'll see what else they can do. So the Anaheim Ducks have made no signings. It's a little bit surprising in my opinion. They wanted a top 6 forward, a top 4 defenseman, so a little surprised that they haven't done anything. We should see if they wind up doing anything later today. The Boston Bruins have made 3 signings. They brought in Max Jones, 2-year deal, $1 million. And then Elias Lindholm, 7-year deal, $7.75 million. And Zadorov, 6-year deal with $5 million. So all 3 of those guys are really good pickups there. Lindholm, top line center. Zadorov, top 4 defenseman. Jones, a pretty good bomb 6 addition there. So the Bruins made some pretty good signings today. The Buffalo Sabres have made 5 signings, signing Lafferty to a 2-year deal with AAV of $2 million. And then they signed Jason Zucker, Jacob Bryson, Dennis Gilbert, and Nicholas Abuke-Bell all to 1-year deals. Bryson gets a $900,000 AAV, Gilbert $825,000, Abuke-Bell $1.5 million, and Zucker gets a $5 million AAV. So some interesting things there. The Calgary Flames have signed 5 players as well. They extended Yuri Sharangovich. He gets a 5-year extension with AAV of $5.75 million. Meanwhile, they signed Devin Cooley, Jake Bean, and Ryan Lomberg all the 2-year deals. Bean with a 1.75 AAV, Lomberg with a $2 million AAV, and Cooley with a $775,000 AAV. So some interesting things there. They also signed Anthony Mantha on a 1-year deal with AAV of $3.5 million, so that's a pretty good pickup there for the Flames. The Hurricanes made some moves today too. They extend Jacob Slavin, 8-year deal with AAV of $6.46 million, so it's a pretty good pickup there for the Hurricanes. Will Carrier, who's a left winger, gets a 6-year deal with AAV of $2 million. Jost gets a 1-year deal with the league minimum AAV. Eric Robinson gets a 1-year deal with a $950,000 AAV. Martinuk remains in Carolina on a 3-year deal with AAV of $3.05 million. Let's see what else happens here. The Blackhawks have extended a ton of players. They signed Joey Anderson to a 2-year deal with $800,000 AAV. Brossois also gets a 2-year deal with AAV of $3.3 million. Maroon, Craig Smith, and Alec Martinez all got 1-year deals. Martinez at $4 million AAV. Smith and Maroon at $1 million and $1.3 million respectively. Tuva Teravainen has a 3-year deal with AAV of $5.4 million. And Tyler Bertuzzi has a 4-year deal with AAV of $5.5 million. So some interesting signings from over the past little while, so we could see some interesting things happen over the next little while, and we shall see if there's any more signings that happen for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Colorado Avalanche not made too many moves. We brought back Duran, 1-year deal, $2.5 million AAV. Re-signed Kiviranta, 1-year deal, $775,000 AAV. So pretty good stuff there. The Blue Jackets have made 1 signing, bringing in Monahan, 5-year deal with AAV of $5.5 million. So a pretty good pickup there for the Jackets. The Dallas Stars have signed a handful of players. They signed Ilya Lyubushkin and Matt Dumba to 2-year deals. Dumba at $3.75 AAV, Lyubushkin at $3.25 million AAV. They brought in Smith on a 1-year deal at $1 million. Matt Duchene on a 1-year deal at $3 million. and Casey DeSmith at a 3-year deal with AAV of $1 million. So a pretty good pickup there for the Dallas Stars. The Red Wings made a couple of moves. They brought in Cam Talbot, 2 years at $2.5 million AAV. Gustafsson, 2 years at $2 million AAV, and Will Lagesson at 1 year at $775,000 AAV. The Edmonton Oilers have signed a handful of players, bringing in Josh Brown, who signs a 3-year deal with AAV of $1 million. Arvidsson, 2-year deal at a $4 million cap hit, and then they signed some RFAs, including Hoffenheimer, Phillip, and Hamblin, all league minimum. Hamblin gets 2 years, the other two get 1, and then Brown signs a 1-year, $1 million deal to remain in Edmonton, so interesting stuff there. The Florida Panthers have signed a couple of players, including Dmitry Kulikov, 4 years at $1.15 million to remain in Florida. They also signed Nosek and Asplund, who both get 1-year league minimum deals. They also signed Sam Reinhart last night to an 8-year extension with AAV of $8.63 million, so pretty good there for the Panthers to keep Reinhart. Also got to mention that the Red Wings last night kept Patrick Kane, $4 million deal on a 1-year deal, could get as much as $6.5 million with $2.5 million in signing bonuses, so interesting things there, but we could see some interesting moves there for the Florida Panthers. Let's see what else we could see. Okay, so the Panthers. The Kings have made signing Noel Edmondson, 4 years at $3.8 million. It sounds like they're signing Warren Fogle too, so they've made a couple of signings. The Minnesota Wild have made 2 signings, signing Travis Boyd, 1-year deal, league minimum. Also signed Yakov Trenin, 4-year deal at $3.5 million, so a little bit of an overpayment, but pretty good sign there for the Wild. The Canadiens signed Alex Barboulay, 1 year, $775,000 AAV, so pretty good sign there for the Canadiens. The Predators have signed 4 players, including Scott Wedgwood, 2-year deal at $1.5 million AAV, but also Brady Shea, 7 years at $7 million. Stamkos, 4 years at $8 million, and Marchessault 5 years at $5.5 million. So some pretty big signings there for the Predators to try and improve this team. The Devils have made some signings, getting Nosen on a 3-year deal with AAV of $2.75 million, Dillon on a 3-year deal with AAV of $4 million, and Pesce on a 6-year deal with AAV of $5.5 million. So interesting stuff there for the Devils. The New York Islanders have made it a signing. They've signed Anthony Duclair to a 4-year deal with AAV of $3.5 million. Also brought back Mike Riley, 1-year deal, $1.25 million, so pretty good moves there for the Islanders. Then we saw the New York Rangers make one move today, signing Sam Carrick, 3 years, $1 million deal, so that's a pretty good move there for the Rangers. The Ottawa Senators have made deals, signing Amadio, 3 years at $2.6 million, Perron, 2 years at $4 million, and Gregor, 1 year at $850,000, so interesting stuff there for the Senators. Let's see. Hold on a minute here. The Flyers made some signings. They extend Garnet Hathaway, who was on training finally for his deal, 2-year extension with AAV of $2.4 million. Eric Johnson gets a 1-year deal with AAV of $1 million, so pretty good move there for the Philadelphia Flyers. The Pittsburgh Penguins have made some moves. They've brought back Ryan Shea, 1-year deal, league minimum. They got Matt Hollowell, 1-year deal, league minimum, and they also got Matt Grzelcyk, 1-year deal at a $2.75 million AAV, so a pretty good sign there for the Penguins to get a guy like Grzelcyk, so some interesting things there. Let's see what else. We also saw hold on a minute here, Sharks signed Tyler Toffoli, 4-year deal with AAV of $6 million, so a pretty good pickup there for the Sharks. The Kraken have made a couple of signings, including Stevenson, 7 years at $6.25 million, and Montour, 7 years at $7.1 million, so that's a pretty good pickup there for the Kraken and getting Stevenson and Montour. The Blues have been relatively quiet, only signing Kapanen to a 1-year, $1 million deal, so they could be doing some moves later today. The Tampa Bay Lightning have been relatively quiet, making no signings at this point, but they did sign Gensel last night, 7 years at $9 million. So that was a pretty good move there for the Bolts to sign Gensel. The Maple Leafs have made a couple of moves. They brought in Anthony Stolarz, 2 years, $2.5 million AAV. They extended Woll, who's under finally his deal, 3 years, $3.66 million. Tanev gets a 6-year deal with the AAV of $4.5 million. Ekman Larsson gets a 4-year deal with the AAV of $3.5 million. And Murray gets a 1-year deal with the AAV of $875,000. So interesting things there for the Leafs. The Utah team has signed a couple of players. They signed Kevin Connaughton, 2 years league minimum to be a solid depth defenseman. They also bring in Kevin Stenlund, 2 years, $2 million, and Ian Cole, 1 year, $3.1 million. So pretty good moves there for the Utah club. Then we saw the Vancouver Canucks make some moves. They brought in Derek Forbort, 1 year, $1.5 million. Sherwood, 2 years, $1.5 million. Heinen, 2 years at $2.25 million. And DeBrusk, 7 years at $5.5 million. So the Canucks have been a decently busy team this year. The Vegas Golden Golden Knights have made two signings, depth signings, both league minimum. Zach Aston-Reese for 1 year, Tanner Legzinski for 2 years, so not too busy today. The Washington Capitals have continued their fantastic offseason. They've signed Taylor Radish, 1 year, $1 million deal. Matt Roy, 7 year, $5.75 million deal. Duhaime, 2 year, $1.85 million deal. McMichael's also extended with them 2 years, $2.1 million deal. And they also brought back Mitchell Gibson and Chase Prisky, who are both signed to $775,000 deals for 1 season. And then the Jets have made one move, getting Eric Comrie back after a couple of seasons over in Buffalo. 1 year, $825,000 deal. Should be a solid backup there for the Jets, so some interesting things there. Not too many more signings at this point. Just the Bradish one, who we just talked about, 1 year, $1 million deal. And then Sheldon Dries, who was a depth player there for the Canucks for the longest time, signs a 2-year deal with AV of $325,000 with the Red Wings, so that's an interesting move there. So interesting stuff at this point in time, and we shall see what else happens. I'll be with you guys for the next 15-ish minutes. I'll try and stay here until around 11:45, and then I'll cut out, so we shall see what else happens. There should be some more interesting moves happening over the next little while, so we shall see what else happens. We could see some massive moves happening over the next little while. There's been some talk from Frank Saravalli that the Golden Knights may be trying to target a guy like Mitch Marner, so we shall see exactly what happens here. We shall see if there's any more. It sounds like Jack Campbell saying to Detroit, gotta think that they're about to move a goalie. If they got Campbell, they've got Campbell, they've got Kosa, they've got Talbot, who he just signed, they've got Husso, they've got Lyon. I've got to think of trades coming for Detroit to try and move a goaltender somewhere, so it'll be interesting to see what happens there. Not really a whole bunch of other news at this point in time for any teams. Let's just go over the 2 trades that have happened today. Let's just quickly go over that, because I do want to recap that too. So here's the 2 trades that have happened so far today. So Jacob Chikrin, who as you can see here was number 3 on my trade bait list, was dealt to the Washington Capitals. Solid offensive defenseman, can play either the left or right side, could really work well on a defensive core that already has guys like Carlson and Sandin. He gets dealt to the Washington Capitals. In exchange, the Ottawa Senators are able to get Nick Jensen in the 3rd round pick back. It's not an overly great return. Jensen's a solid top 4 right shot defenseman, should help them balance out the left and right sides a little bit more. It's time for an extra year, but he's not going to be the offensive powerhouse defenseman that is Chikrin, but it could be something that they're missing as a solid defensive defenseman. They also got a 2026 3rd round pick. Meanwhile, the Penguins and the Rangers have just made a swap. The Rangers have acquired Riley Smith with 25% of his contract attained, so a $3.75 million cap hit from the Pittsburgh Penguins. In exchange, the Penguins get the Rangers 2027 2nd rounder, so it's a 2nd rounder way down the line. And they also get a 2025 5th rounder that's conditional, which means that the Penguins will receive the lower of the 2 5th round picks that the Rangers have right now, which is either the Rangers or the Wild. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there, but those are 2 trades we've actually seen today. Still words on some potential trades we could see over the next little while, including potential trades with guys like, including potential trades around guys like Mitch Marner, Marty Necas, Nikolai Ehlers, Rutger McGroarty. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but definitely some more potential options here that we could see over the next little while as we see potential some moves over the next little while. Apparently, Marshall made some comments today saying that he doesn't think that the Knights tried their best to keep him, so he felt really left out after having what was the longest best run there for in Vegas by a player. So interesting to note there, the only original Golden Knights after Marshall and Carey left this offseason left are William Karlsson and Shea Theodore. There's still been some talk about those 2 guys also being moved, so we could see the remainance of the very first Vegas Golden Knights team over the next year or 2 wind up going away, so we shall see what else happens there, but some interesting things there. McNabb was also part of that team too, so we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but it seems like the Knights are sort of starting to get away from the original Golden Knights, and we shall see what else happens there, but they've been relatively quiet, so I wouldn't be always surprised if after I turn off this video, they wound up doing something big, so we shall see what else happens there. They're going to be an interesting team to watch out for over the next couple of days. We shall see what else they do. So Going interesting to note, we'll spend about another 10 minutes here, and then I'll turn off my live stream. So I thank you guys for all your support, for all of you guys who have watched this one and my other live stream that I cut out. I thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of your chats you guys do down below. Love for you guys to comment, subscribe. Love to hear your guys' thoughts on what happened today down in the comment section below if you're watching this after the live stream ends. So definitely love to hear your guys' thoughts on what happens at this point in time, and definitely love to hear your guys' thoughts on what you think at this point in time we could see over the next little while. So we shall see what else happens, but like I said, I'll be with you guys for about the next 10 minutes and then I'll sign off. So we shall see if there's any more signings quickly here. Let's see, there might be a couple more here. Yes, there was one more. Let's see here. Oh, there's two more. So there's two more signings here. Jack Campbell's officially a member of the Detroit Red Wings. 1-year deal, $775,000. They'll be in the start of next year. So pretty good solid sign there for the Red Wings. But I think a goaltending move is coming. Teams who still might need some more goaltending help, I think, could try and target a guy like Ville Husso maybe. I think they'll probably go with like a Lyon Talbot tandem next year and try and have Campbell's like a solid insurance piece on the third line. But I gotta think Husso's probably gone now. On top of that, we also saw the Utah Hockey Club extend Mikko Matejka, who was a 2022 third-round pick of the Arizona Coyotes when they were back at the Arizona Coyotes. Coming off a season where he had 20 goals and 33 points in 43 games over in the NCAA. So a pretty good solid sign there for the Utah franchise to get Matejka. So a pretty good pickup there for Utah to get some more young prospects in their system. So interesting stuff there. But like I said, all the signings and all the trades from over the past couple of days they just announced. So interesting stuff over the past little while. Let's see if there's any sort of news from over the past little while. Let's see. No, we know that Lindholm signed in Boston. Let's see anything else. We know that Carolina's re-signed Slavin on an extension. Let's see. We know Matt Roy's in Washington. We know that Lomberg's going to Calgary. Apparently, when talking, Marshall said that the Habs were a second choice for going. So if Marshall didn't go to Nashville, apparently he would have potentially gone to Montreal. I think he is a French-born Canadian. If I'm correct, I might be wrong about that, but there has been some speculation about him potentially going to Montreal too. So it looks like the Predators offered him maybe a little more of a lucrative deal to sign him, but it sounds like Montreal was one of his options, so interesting stuff there. So some interesting moves that happened over the past couple of days. I do wonder if we do see some more interesting moves over the next little while. According to some more reports, it sounds like, it hasn't been officially yet, but it sounds like the Golden Knights are trying to sign Ilya Samsonov as their backup. So not sure if that's for sure happening, but it could be a really good pickup there for the Golden Knights if they do. So we shall see what else happens. Like I said, still waiting on see if any of these signings happen over the next little while. Still nothing on the signing market. We're at 95 signings at this point. Still no word in Samsonov or Walker, so we shall see if those two wind up getting extended or not, but we shall see what else happens at this point in time. So interesting stuff there. Like I said, I'll be with you guys for about the next 10 minutes-ish, and then I'll cut out, but definitely I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comment section below, in the chat below, what you think of so far this year, so far at this point in time, what you think has happened so far. So like I said, with you for about the next 10-ish minutes, and if anything big happens, I might stay for a little bit longer past that, but if it doesn't sound like there's anything huge happening, I probably will bounce. So definitely if you guys thoughts, and like I said, I'll probably do a couple more videos. I have a few videos from yesterday that I took that I'm going to be posting just after I do this video thing. I have a trade bait list that I'm trying to post at some point either today or tomorrow. Could be doing some other things too, so we shall see what else happens, but some interesting things over the next little while that could happen. But some interesting things at this point. So Predators have definitely been one of the busier teams. According to Aaron Dreger, he thinks that possibility for Adam Henrique will be Winnipeg, so we could see him go there. So some of the busier teams today have been Nashville, who have definitely looked like they've improved, and I think might be able to retain a playoff spot next year. The Hawks have really improved. They're going to have a couple of trade chips for next year, on top of having a couple of really good pieces to play with Bedard, like Bertuzzi and Teravainen, because on top of that, like we said, Hall could be a potential guy who winds up getting dealt to the deadline next year. So the Hawks have been a pretty busy team. Utah's been relatively quiet, only saying a couple of depth pieces. Winnipeg's really been quiet, so has St. Louis. Minnesota's done some things. They don't have too much cap space to work with. Colorado's done a couple of things, but really nothing significant. Dallas has been able to improve their blue line a lot this past this day, so interesting stuff there. some other interesting options we could see from over the next little while. So if you look at the Pacific, Ducks have been quiet, Knights have been quiet. Could see them try to make some more moves later today. I do wonder if we see the Calgary Flames make some interesting additions. I do wonder if we see Edmonton try to make some more improvements with them losing a lot of depth. I do wonder if that's a possibility. We could see some other things like that. I do wonder if I don't think Stamkos is cooked. I responded to the chat down there. I think Stamkos should be a really good fit there in Nashville. I mean, he's making $8 million, which was way more than what he was going to get in Tampa. So actually, it's I think around the same amount that he was going to get in Tampa. Just a little bit more, actually. So it's pretty good for Stamkos to go to Nashville. He should be a really good fit there for the Predators. But I think that could be really good. He's going to be a solid player. He's going to be able to play with Forsberg. He's going to be that team's top line center instead of having to potentially be a second line center behind a guy like Point. So he's going to be the lead guy in Nashville. He's going to be a good solid goal scorer, and I think he could be a really good player there for Nashville. So I don't think Stamkos is cooked, but I think it's a pretty good pickup there for that Nashville team. But definitely, I think Stamkos maybe going to Detroit might be a little bit better of an option. So we shall see what else happens there. But I think Stamkos is in a pretty good position when it comes to what he could do. So interesting stuff at this point. Looking at some more teams who seem to be doing things right now. LA made a couple of decent signings. The Sharks and Kraken have made some really good moves. Canucks have been all right today, so interesting stuff there. We have another signing here quickly. Matvei Michkov's ELC has been announced. He's got the 3-year ELC with the $950,000. So not too surprised there. There's a lot of talk that Michkov can get his ELC, so fantastic signing there for the Flyers, and they now have Michkov, who's probably going to be a top 6 forward next year in their lineup. So that's a pretty good pickup there for the Flyers with Michkov entering their team. So some interesting moves there for the Flyers, but they get Michkov. So interesting stuff there. Like I said, I'm only going to be with you guys for about another 5 minutes, and then I'll shut off and we'll see what else happens. So we shall see what else is going to happen. So yeah, Michkov's now officially a member of the Philadelphia Flyers. So that's interesting to note. We shall see what other things could also happen. So interesting to note there. So we should have some interesting moves over the next little while. We should hopefully get some more potential things here. So with us just about to close off, I'll go quickly here and check out the my blog. I'll quickly go over here and check out the blog list, my UFA rumors from earlier today. So I put a top 50 player list, if you guys don't remember. So first I had Reinhart, he signed in Florida. Second was Gensel, signed in Tampa. Third, Pesce, signed in Carolina. Fourth was Stamkos, Pesce signed in Jersey. Fourth was Stamkos, signed in Nashville. Fifth and sixth were Zadorov and Lindholm, both went to Boston. Seventh was Marchessault, went to Nashville. 8 and 9 were Montour and Stevenson, they went to Seattle. 10 is Skinner, he's still available. 11, Bertuzzi, Chicago. 12, DeBrusk in Vancouver. 13, Shea in Nashville. 14, Duclair in New York I. 15, Toffoli in San Jose. 16, Atkinson, still available. 17, Kakinen, still available. 18, Tanev in Toronto. 19, Roy in LA. Roy in Washington. 20, Desharnais still available. Teravainen and Brossoit, 21, 22, both in Chicago. Martinez, 23, back in Carolina. 24 is Monahan, he's in CBJ. 25 is Duchesne, he's in Dallas. 26 is Gostisbehere, he's available. 27 is Walker, it sounds like he's going to Carolina, but can't be sure on that. 28 is Brown, he's in Edmonton. 29 is Nosen, he's in Jersey. 30 is Arvidsson, he's in Edmonton. 31 is Suter, he's still available. 32 is the Smith, he's in Dallas. 33 is Olofsson, he's still available, as is 34 Roslovic. 35 is Bean, he's in Calgary. 36 Barry, he's available. 37 Brandstrom, he's available. 38 Wenberg, he's available. 39 Samsonov, it sounds like he's going to Vegas. 40 is Martinez, he's in Chicago. 41 Tarasenko, still available. 42 Perron's in Ottawa. 43 Zadina, still available. 44 Stolars is in Toronto. 45 Boakvist is still available. 46 Mantha is in Calgary. 47 Henrique is in Henrique is still available. 48 Talbot's in Detroit. 49 LeBanc is available, and 50 Grzelcyk is in Pittsburgh. So we've got some interesting things from over the past little while, and some interesting updates. So I'm going to be with you guys for, like I said, about the next 5-ish minutes, and then I'll cut off. And like I said, if there's any significant updates here over the next little while, we shall see if anything else happens. So interesting stuff there. So we shall see what else happens. We are nearly done with this live stream. Let's see if there's any sort of other updates. Let's see. nothing that sounds like at this point in time. It sounds like Pinto's officially asked for a trade, so Pinto might be a guy who we have to watch out for in the trade market over the next little while. It sounds like contract talks never really went well with Ottawa and Pinto, and now they want a fresh start for Pinto, so my guess will be always going to be asking for a huge price given the fact he's a solid 3C for that team, so I do wonder if we could see some more movement there. Some interesting stuff there. Let's see what else we could do. Like I said, Frank Saravalli mentioned that Vegas could be going after Marner. I think that's what he said. They might be going after Marner. I've also seen a lot of people say, like I said, I just said, Pinto might have asked for a trade, so he could be out of his way in Ottawa. So we shall see what other moves happens out here. So we shall see what else happens. But some interesting moves that happened over the past little while, and we shall see if there's anything else that happens significant over the next little while. So we shall see. And in just a couple of minutes here, we'll see if there's any more signings. Let's see. Hold on a minute here. Yes, there were a couple more signings. Let's see. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I think there's just one here. The Vancouver Canucks have signed third-string goaltender Jiri Patera. Patera was originally a Vegas Golden Knights. He was a draft pick, I think, of the Golden Knights. He walked as a free agent this year, signed a one-year league minimum deal. He'll probably be the third stringer for Vancouver, right behind Seelovs and Demko. So it's a pretty good pickup there for the Canucks, and they're able to get a solid third-string goaltender. So some interesting things from over the past little while. So we shall see what else happens later today, but I'm very close to ending it here. You guys have been so good. Thank you for all of your support. We'd never be able to do this without you. So thanks to all of you guys who have tuned in, chatted, done everything like that. So we shall see what else happens later today. Like I said, if there's anything earth-shatteringly huge, like if there's like a couple of huge signings or there's like a massive trade, I might do a video later today. If not, I'll probably just wrap up whatever happened after this video into next one. Over the next couple of days, we'll probably have a video encompassing each team's divisions and what sort of moves they made over the first few days of free agency. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be doing that over the next little while, but definitely some interesting things to happen over the past little while. But I think that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Just one more quick update here, just checking if anything else happened, and if anything has happened, we'll stay here for just a couple more minutes. But if nothing, it sounds like Sam's not heading to Vegas. It sounds like Walker's heading to Carolina. So stay tuned for those deals. Let's see what else. So interesting note there. It sounds like Calvin DeHaan is signing in Colorado. So that's an interesting note there. I don't really see anything else when it comes to that. So we could see some more things. So we'll have to wait and see on that. Let's see, any other signings? Let's double check. After DeHaan, yes, a one-year deal with $800,000. We're officially at 98 signings with the Walker and Samsung deals. I'll probably bump up to 100. Let's see any sort of trades. Nope, still the Smith and the Chikrin deals are only deals at this point in time. So that's all I'm going to talk about for today. Thanks for tuning into my live stream. I'd love your guys' opinions. Thanks for leaving chats down below. If you haven't already, leave a like down below. Leave a comment down in the comment section below so we can all discuss today's video. I love that you guys are tuning into this. Don't forget to stay tuned. I'm going to have more videos later today, so don't forget to stay tuned for that. I'm going to have more blog posts over the next couple days. I'm going to try and post that trade bait list video and blog post and not just in the future, so stay tuned for that. And like I said, thanks for tuning in. We should have some more free agent news over the next little while, but definitely love to hear your guys' thoughts on all of this down in the comment section below. All I'm going to talk about for today, remember to like this video, and if you like it, remember to subscribe down below. Thank you all for your support. Here with you guys. So if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe button down below. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below so we can all discuss today's video. Also the blog, talking about news, rumors, analysis, stuff like that, so I'm going to check that out. Leave a link in the description below. Thanks for tuning into my live video, and can't wait to see you guys all for the next one. See you guys soon.